Hello everyone and welcome to episode 206 of the Xbox Hall of Gamers podcast. This week I am joined by Cameron.
Hello.
And Keo.
Hey everybody, I'm back.
And I'm Matt as always. A bit of a quiet week this week, although we did get a last minute Xbox partner preview, which I think is what we'll spend most of our time on. But as always, we do the show live on Twitch. Xbox Hall of Gamers is the place to find us. Come say hi, hang out in the chat. Usual business, you know how it all works by now. We do have a community question here that we also got last minute from Red Ninja Dan, who says, you guys are each given an Omnitrix and have to choose 10 aliens from any franchise or media. What 10 are you choosing? I feel like this is hard because most aliens in, at least like, I mean, from like franchise maybe, it's like if I was thinking just video games, because we're a video game podcast.
Yeah.
Like, most aliens in video games don't really have like special abilities or stuff. Like, if I was going to pick something, maybe I'd pick Mass Effect. Which is thinking, like, you know, most of them are humanoid, but there's some of them that have slightly cool abilities and stuff, like the Asari or the Turians, and I don't know. 10 is a lot.
Okay, so let's okay, so what does the Omnitrix what's that supposed to do? That's obviously Ben 10, right?
Ben 10, yeah. So the whole thing.
Yes.
Yes, Cameron, do you want to enlighten us?
Roger from American Dad, Master of Disguise.
Oh my god.
Okay. So, and the purpose is to call these monsters to fight for you.
Basically, the Omnitrix has the DNA of all these monsters within them, and it allows him to turn himself into those.
Aliens. He turns into the monsters. Okay, yeah. Right. That's all aliens. Okay, cool.
Yoda.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he's an alien. Cool.
Yeah, he's an alien. Yeah, like Star Wars. Star Wars is probably not a bad pick, but again, most of those aliens are like very humanoid. There's not really a lot that makes them interesting or different, because the whole thing about Ben 10 is that like that whole universe is very like there's a lot of different types of creatures out there, and so they all have different abilities.
Superman.
Kryptonian. Yeah, Kryptonian's the right out there. You go. Kryptonians, Viltrumites.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's probably the right answer.
And then we'll chuck stuff in just to keep it interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I'd say I've got probably two right out of the box. The Xenomorph.
Yep.
And Ridley from Metroid.
Yeah, okay, I can see that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Bulbasaur says Saiyans. Yeah, exactly. I guess technically Dragon Ball Z Saiyans are an alien. Marvin the Martian. Predator. Yeah.
Raccoon. Oh, does that count as an alien?
Don't think so. Oh, maybe, but
I don't know.
Are we talking Marvin from South Park or Marvin from
Looney Tunes? I assume is what Cameron.
Looney Tunes. Sorry,
Marvin the Martian. Yeah.
Not Starvin Marvin.
Doctor Who has.
He's an alien. He's not local from America, from Canada. Wherever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Alien.
It's an illegal alien.
Yeah.
Zoidberg.
Why Zoidberg?
Why not Zoidberg?
Yeah, okay, good. All right, well, I'm going
Thank you.
pitch that one real low and slow on that one. All right, that's a fun question. There are some interesting alien races out there. I think like XCOM might be some interesting ones too. There are some cool, weird, interesting aliens there. Do we want to jump straight?
I hope we avoid that question to the best of our.
Oh, no, I think we got it. I think we picked a few.
We actually.
I don't know if we got 10.
Collectively we got at least 10.
Yeah, I think
right?
so. Yes, yeah. I think we have a hog Omnitrix that we could use.
Yeah.
Nick, Zoidberg isn't a loser.
So
I don't believe it. Lawyer from Omicron, Percy IA.
All right. Well, let's get into the partner showcase or partner preview. This came out today, so hot off the presses. It was like 30 minutes. They managed to cram quite a bit in there.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, but I think overall there was a lot of cool stuff in there. Again, it is like smaller or more like indie or AA stuff for the most part. But I'm all for that stuff because that's the stuff I really enjoy playing. I figure we'll just kind of go through the announcement, see if there's anything you guys want to say about it. there was this Hunter the Reckoning game that was the one that got like leaked because they accidentally uploaded the code for it instead of some other game accidentally or something.
That was that. Okay.
It's the same studio as RoboCop, isn't it?
The same.
It was meant to be a RoboCop build.
Yeah. That's right. Yes, it was. The RoboCop stuff, and they accidentally uploaded this game instead. They swapped it out, but I mean, like I liked RoboCop. This looks interesting. We didn't really see much of what the game is. It was very much more of a cinematic trailer.
Yeah.
Set in the. It's like an existing universe, right? I think it's like a tabletop game in the same way that like Cyberpunk is like a tabletop game. I think this is. I think it's like World of Shadows or something. It's like vampires and werewolves and all that kind of stuff. Hunter.
Okay.
Hunter : The Reckoning - Death Wish.
But this is actually another game, though. There's been a game of this before, yeah.
I don't know if there has, or at least not in this. I don't. I was looking around.
The GameCube game originally, wasn't it?
Was it really?
I think that's what Shane was saying.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was definitely before Xbox. I don't think there's been one, since. But I mean, like at least early Xbox.
Yeah, World of Darkness series. Interesting. So, I mean, action RPG. Looks
First person, RPG, choices matter, investigation, vampires, werewolves, dark, supernatural, single player.
Cool. Like this is like, thanks. Is this going to be an immersive sim? Are we looking like Dishonored vibes here, or I'm curious how it goes, or is it going to be more like Redfall?
Well, it was interesting with the trailer. The first thing that I saw was basically, I'm like, it makes sense they put Resident Evil in the showcase kind of as an advertisement, right? And I'm like, it's not Resident Evil.
No, it's not.
Because the trailer is distinctly like it feels so much like it, though.
Yeah, cop walking into a crime scene sort of thing. Although it turns out the cop is the bad guy and he's like a vampire or whatever, and they're going to stake him.
Well, even the opening, like the entrance of the apartment building he's walking into looks like the front of the RPD. So, like, just the entrance is like a dome, an archway.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I liked RoboCop. I really enjoyed that DLC that they did. That was almost like I understand why they made it a standalone thing, because it was like 8 to 10 hours of content. It was a pretty chunky thing, even if it was a bit buggy. So I'll check this out. Did they give a release date for this? This was next year, right?
Quarter 3, 2027.
Yeah, okay. So that's a long way away, but still, cool to see it. They announced Wuthering Waves is coming to Xbox in July. Unfortunately, we were safe up until now, but the gacha demons are at it for our wallets once again.
Robbie knows how to pick his games.
He really fucking does. The way this Wuthering Waves was described to me was Genshin, but even more horny. So, I mean, fuck. Not interested. This is absolutely no way for me. I don't deal with any of that free to play gacha bullshit.
There's some vehicles. The vehicles look cool.
Like, I mean, to be fair, like for a free to play game, it looks very impressive visually. This was a very cinematic trailer in that they were talking about like cutscene stuff and voice acting and showing off cool combos and stuff. No menus, no gacha pull stuff. They're very, very quiet about that kind of stuff. It looks like trying to hook people in with the gameplay. And then Alcad is working on an Expanse game, which I don't know, like
is basically 1-to-1 Mass Effect.
Kind of. Kind of. I mean, the Expanse is obviously an established franchise.
Yeah.
They did a Telltale game as well that I meant to play that I never got around to. But
yeah, it does look really good though.
Yeah, and like to be fair, we haven't really had a Mass Effect. I know there are a few other, was it like Exodus and a few other games that are kind of looking to move into that space now that most of the developers or that BioWare can't seem to make a fucking video game these days. But this looks good. I mean, I think like you said, Keo, it has conversation options. Looks like third-person combat. It looked a bit stiff, or a bit like it didn't look very fluid. But I don't know if that's just
I guess
it looked a little bit robotic, or maybe slower pace.
Yeah, it could do. Yeah. Well, I think like the camera angles, everything about it is just kind of like it does. I don't know. It's hard to describe. Like I don't know how long it's been since you guys have played the first Mass Effect, but that's what it feels like, the very first one.
Yeah, that's short.
Which
Yeah,
was chunky,
yeah,
right?
for sure. Yeah.
So, because the second one expanded so much more on it, but
Yeah.
maybe that's something that they could build on a little bit from that. But I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I'm also
No.
curious. Sorry, Cameron.
You know, the dead Mass Effect look in Shepard's eyes.
Yes.
That's here as well.
It's there, 100%. Yes, yeah. Like
All of it,
they're
yes.
wearing their influences on their sleeve for sure. Like even well, I don't want to say it's just like Mass Effect, because it's like, yeah, The Expanse is a TV series, it's a book, like it's all like it is. It's not like they were like, oh, Mass Effect, let's just copy that. Like they're obviously like gameplay systems are very similar, but the aesthetic is quite different. It's got a slightly grimier vibe to it, a little bit more realistic. Again, this is a universe that's a little bit more down to earth, ironically, than Mass Effect, with like its aliens and stuff. Like this is humans for the most part and all that kind of stuff. So we'll see. People really like the Expanse series, though. I never really got into it myself, but it does sound like the kind of thing I should probably enjoy. So maybe I'll check it out. But the game itself looks interesting. I'm curious what level of polish and size of this game's going to be. Is this like a AAA thing that they're really trying to push into, or is this more of a smaller AA experience that has like just like some interesting depth, but maybe doesn't go, there's maybe like a 10 to 15 hour game instead of a 40 to 50 of something like a Mass Effect.
Yeah, okay.
They also showed off Grave Seasons, which I'll be honest, when I saw this I was like, oh fuck me, another cozy game, really? They 100% baited me with the beginning of that trailer, because it's like, oh, I'm going to chop down a tree and I'm going to be a new person in this village, and and then suddenly it's like, oh, but suddenly there's a blood curdling scream and I have to break into people's houses and there's investigations and it looks like there's like a dead deer in front of my house and I find belladonna around and like shit's getting fucking insane and there's some sort of monster. So
it looks cool.
Yeah.
And I want to play it, but I want to play it if it's a 10 to 15 hour experience, not a 200 hour experience.
Yeah, I think that's, yeah, I'm totally with you with that. I'm like, I like the idea. Like,
I don't want narrative complete immersion where I'm spending like weeks on a single game. I just want something that's going to give me a feel, but don't make it grindy.
Yeah, like I don't mind them pulling you in with the bait and switch of a cozy game that turns into a big mystery horror game, right? But but it turns out to be like mostly a cozy game with some horror stuff in it, I'm not interested. It needs to be very heavy on the horror narrative.
That's what you want.
100%. Yeah, and like, I want to see like cool mystery shit and like weird. There was like some weird Cthulhu things going on, or like weird, I don't know, some ritual stuff. But yeah, curious to see like if it like how quickly it takes a turn. It reminds me a little bit of was it like Welcome to the Grand? That whole thing where it's like, oh, you're renovating this house and you're like, bringing the culture back to this business. But you're also looking for a hidden mystery and you're trying to make sure that none of the citizens find out what you're actually there for.
Can I just say too, that logo, that is like one of the best logos I've seen in quite a while.
Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah, the Grave Seasons, like negative space one that they've used.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Like just to pull that off so well, they've done, like whoever they got has done pretty good job.
What do you think here? Are you interested?
Yeah, well, I mean, watching this one, I like the graphical design, but I missed all of the cues that you guys picked up on, so I wasn't really sure what to think of it. I was kind of like, it didn't really appeal to me a whole lot, except for the graphics, right? So
it does look nice, yeah. That's
yeah. So, but I mean, now that you've talked about it a little bit more, and you guys have actually paid attention, then maybe there's something in there. So. I like a dark little mystery, so... And
it's coming to Game Pass as well, I think. So it's like... And this is August, so it's not too far away. Shot off a new Serious Sam game, Shadowverse, which I guess... It looks fucking stupid, which, like, that's...
Are the boys getting together for this one, or what?
Oh, I don't know. Serious Sam gets, like, difficult.
And
it's also a
half
roguelike.
the achievements are also broken half the time, yeah?
Yeah, that's
Aren't there
a lot.
a couple of games where it just doesn't
Some
work?
of them, I think some of the Siberian Madness ones and other bits and pieces, yeah.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's also a pick 3 roguelike because you can see the picking abilities and
Mhm.
stuff. So I'm like,
Yep.
okay, that's strike against him for that one, I think. But we'll see. I don't know. I mean, like I've never been the biggest fan of Serious Sam, especially after
Mhm.
playing through the third one again and just being like, what a fucking slog that game was. It's fun on like low difficulty when you have infinite ammo and you're just blowing things away. But when you actually have to play
Yeah.
tactically, it's like, okay, this is just turning into a slog. I'm just
Yeah, well, I
gonna
mean,
run forward, spawn the enemies, and then just run backwards, shooting
mm.
them, and then run forward, spawn the enemies, and shoot. It's just
So what do you think about the graphical styling? Because the original ones, they kind of had really bright colors and stuff like that against the sand and all that kind of stuff. But then they kind of went more plain with a couple of the last games,
yeah, a bit
didn't
more
they?
realistic with 3 for sure, and
Yeah,
Serious Sam 4 as well. Yeah, true. This is
yeah,
definitely going back to that more cartoony
yeah. It's
and like the different the 5 different Sams that they're bringing in. Like one of them's an alien, one of them's a woman, one of them is like a like little fucking gremlin dude. Like I guess like the idea is that they're trying to pull from all the different Serious Sam stuff they've done in the franchise to.
yeah.
So I'm sure we'll see some interesting crossover stuff, but I don't know. If, we'll see. Definitely depends on the achievements.
Yeah, I guess they are characters that already exist then across the franchise. I'm
Um,
assuming then, or
yeah, or at least
do you
iterations
think?
of them. I mean, I don't know
Hmm.
if they're just like, oh, we
Hmm.
took the one from Series Sam 1, but I guess it's like this whole multiverse thing, so maybe they aren't established
Exactly
ones.
right. So it means they can branch off and do 5 games again with different characters, right?
Yeah.
So
Well, we'll see if this one does well or not.
we've got some spin-offs coming, boys.
Yeah, so that's coming out this year.
Yeah.
And then Sega showed off Stranger Than Heaven, which is what their Project Century thing that they've been talking about. So this is RGG's latest game.
Hmm.
My
You-
most anticipated game.
This looks fucking excellent.
Yeah.
I remember when they were showing this off and they were like, oh, that's kind of weird. When they first showed it off, it was like a time period. And then the second trailer was like a different time period. And everyone was like, oh, I guess maybe they just decided they didn't want to go with that. And it turns out, no, they just picked 5 time periods and you play through all of them. And they're all like a decade apart. So they're all, yeah.
RGG is really good with the Yakuza games, just using like being really smart about how they use their assets.
Yes, absolutely.
So I definitely, yeah, I'm really interested in what the story is meant to be for this because it has all the stylings of Yakuza, but they're holding the story pretty close to their chest.
But it's also way more violent and like they're super upfront about it. Whereas like Yakuza was like, you know, even if you have a knife, you stab someone, like they don't show anything. But
Yeah, this is very present, and the fact that Xbox is more than happy to give them a deep dive into it.
yeah, they've got
Like case.
another showcase coming up for this, which looks really, really cool. So love the idea. So it looks like it's like what I didn't quite catch all the years, but I think it was what like 1910 all the way up to like 1950, somewhere around there.
5 eras. It was 1915, 1929, 1943, 1951, and 1965.
Yeah, so like that's a big swing in terms of like, and it's set during Japan in those 50 years. Like that's pretty nuts.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah. That's very like I mean the generational thing. You see some of that stuff like in they're doing that like the It TV show with the dairy and stuff like that at the moment. You see like the 27 years this and 27 years that because that's like the time periods where things kind of happen.
Right.
So there must be like some real big significance like for that gap in the years for that to progress the way it does. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, well, I think is the thing with like Yakuza, and you think about the
yeah.
Yakuza series. Like you start with like Zero, which was set in the 80s. I think Yakuza Zero was. When
I think so.
Kiryu is like in his, like what 20, like basically like still relatively young, and then you go all the way up till like today with like Infinite Wealth, where he's like in his 60s. It is really interesting, like yeah, I don't know. I'm wondering if they're going to try and can do the similar thing where it's like, they've obviously stretched that out over like 10 games now. Whereas like maybe they can condense that story down into like, okay, let's do a Godfather thing where it's like, starts off in a gang thing, rises up through the ranks, and then we cut ahead 10 years to like, okay, things have changed. The world's a little bit different. We've used the same geometry and the same layout because cities don't change that much. Roads usually stay the same. And you can be clever about that. And like Cameron said, like you can create a small block, a camera Roadshow style thing where it's like, cool, instead of expanding the map, you just change the map every time you go through the time periods. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this.
Yeah, cool.
Super Meat Boy 3D is coming out next week.
That trailer
is very funny and accurate.
Yes.
Because, that would be me if I was playing that game. There's no fucking way I'm playing that. That's crazy.
Game Pass, right?
I believe so, yes. Yes, it is.
Oh, it is? Okay, cool. Then Annapurna.
Yeah, forever ago. Apparently this was re-announced. I don't remember this actually showing. I don't remember anything about this, to be honest.
I do not remember anything about this as well. What was the release date?
It looks...
Fall 2026.
Yeah, so it is this year. So, I mean, it looks okay. I don't know. I
don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. I don't think the trailer... I think the trailer is portraying a different game to what this game actually might be.
That's what I'm curious about, right? Like, it looks like you're taking pictures, and it's about an old guy in an RV going on like an adventure and like reliving his experience with like his six. I guess like I don't know. I guess it would be like.
I thought it was him falling down the stairs. That's all I thought.
Well, there is a scene. There is like this. There's a scene with the stairs break. Anyway, but like.
Yeah, and he's trying to jump up the stairs and not fall backwards. Yeah.
So
2022, the original trailer was announced.
Jump up too.
I don't know. I mean, like it looks like it might be some surreal thing, or like there'll be like the whole thing is that like he's reliving this adventure, obviously by himself, which means his wife is probably gone, and he's like going back to places that were important to him and his wife, but also meeting new people. But I'm also like, okay, like sure, but what's the hook? Like, is it just guy's a bit sad and nostalgic about his life, and we take photos, and that's kind of it? Because, like, that, yeah, I don't know.
I feel like a lot of my interest in this trailer was the fact that it's from Annapurna, and I know that it's probably going to be a really artsy and story-heavy game. Yeah. But if this was from another publisher, I probably would have just been like, eh.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
It's really not portraying what it's meant to be.
Yeah, or if it is portraying what it's meant to be, I don't feel like there's much of a game there.
Yeah. Speaking about much of a game, Sender Zero looked fucking awesome.
Okay, it looked really good. This is a hack and slash roguelite where essentially you're on a timer, and the idea being that you literally like, okay, I need to go back in time and save the world, but my time machine only gives me a certain amount of time. I need to get better and better and better at this run to try and save my friends and change the past. It looks very frenetic. It is a roguelite, so there's the whole thing where it's like you unlock new abilities and get better and better. It looks, I don't know, it looks stressful. I'll tell you that. It looked like visually, I love it.
But I love this kind of stuff. Like, this is what I'm here for.
Yeah, I'll defer to you on this because I think there's something in there that looks really interesting. And I like the time travel aspect. But roguelites, I'm always like, it has to be a really interesting concept for me to want to jump into a roguelite for sure.
Yeah. I mean, same thing as always, though. Like, typical roguelite upgrade system. But just, yeah, like how frenetic this was. Like, I love fast-paced games. I've quoted, like, Sunset Overdrive and Titanfall as one of my two of my favorite games of all time. I love games that feel fast. And if you're mixing this into the same kind of feeling I get from like playing Hades or Sworn or Redacted, then I'm all for it.
Yeah,
I'm interested in how well the time mechanic feeds into it.
That's what I like, because they also show like stopping time and slowing down time and like doing manipulation bits and pieces. So I'm curious to see like, like, there's definitely something there because it's like I didn't dismiss it immediately, but I'll get you to play it and tell me how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you played Minute? off the top of my head?
Yes, I have. I enjoyed Minute quite a bit.
I'm wondering with certain games how far they can really push those time mechanics.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Because there's certain games where it's just frustrating for you.
That's my main worry is this game will get more frustrating than it will interesting. But
I mean, with a roguelite too, I'm sure you can extend that level out. The game that I swear that I've pretty much seen every single cutscene of, the Smash is hitting Xbox.
Yes, finally coming to Xbox this summer apparently. So that's probably a day one for me. I think I'm just going to go and buy it because I want to support them and I'm really excited and people talk about it a lot. So yeah, definitely keen.
I'm hoping they bring out the game surely they'll do a season 2 or
it's almost certainly with how well it did.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping it's a case of just hitting every console at the same time though, or every platform I should say.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Okay, this Rebellion game. What the fuck is this?
I saw Rebellion and I'm like, nope.
Yeah, that was me too.
Only 5 to 10 times.
Like,
yeah. And when have they ever released a single player game recently, of recent days, right?
Yeah, not for a long time.
With like all of their games so far. So this looks distinctly single player. Like there's no co-op aspect to it from look.
Rebellion did what's the
yeah, I know what you mean. That other Fallout kind of game. No, you're right.
I played it. On Game Pass.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, I just bought it because they had the DLC for it.
I'm blanking on the name.
Adamfall.
Adamfall, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, if this is like a similar thing, like Adamfall in space or whatever, like, I mean, it looked good.
It looked good, but I've seen Rebellion logo so many times and been like, all right, I'll take out a second mortgage on my house. That's fine.
Yeah.
The DLC, the cost of the DLC is just not worth it.
Oh, for sure.
Know what they're doing.
Yeah, I basically had to buy the entire complete collection of the game because it was the only way it was worth buying the DLC when it was on sale. For Adam.
Yeah, and there was kind of a little bit of like the title of this, right? Like alien is such a generic word, like broadly, but you could easily confuse that with like Alien, the franchise.
They're definitely leaning into that, like, clearly a lot of Alien or Aliens influence. I mean, the fact that it's called Alien Deathstorm is fucking ridiculous. Like that is a AI generated title if I ever fucking heard one.
Yeah, I actually don't mind the Deathstorm.
I mean,
name, honestly,
like we'll see. But I'm definitely hesitant when it comes to Rebellion for those same reasons. Also because that level of quality is not always that great. They usually show quite well in trailers, but when you usually get your hands on the games, they're a bit rough.
And I mean, like, it's usually the one saving grace of Rebellion is the co-op is fun.
Yes.
If it is just a single game, then
yeah. I mean, to be fair,
I have to play Adamfall, so I'm
like Adamfall is a fine game. It is a fine 7 out of 10 game. I think there's a couple of interesting things in it, but it's not that great. But Rebellion also did do Alien vs Predator, the 360 one, so they are familiar with the whole like first person alien thing. This definitely gave me like Doom 3 vibes in terms of like very dark, lots of like shotgun-y kind of things and like strafing and so I'm curious to see what the vibe is in terms of like, is this going to be like a super run and gun game, or is it going to be a little bit more stealthy? Is it going to be a bit of a mix? Yeah, I am curious. Frog Squad, which co-op extraction puzzle platformer. This just looked like Lethal Company, and I was kind of like, okay, whatever. I'm just not interested, to be honest.
I didn't vibe with it too much really at all. So yeah.
There's a Bluey game. No one cares.
No one cares. Yeah,
no one cares.
The fact that we're actually getting an Australian studio to develop the Bluey game and not just a South American one.
Yeah, it's a Bluey game about taking cute photos. I skipped this because I was like, I don't care.
Yeah, I didn't think you would care, but I'm pretty sure it was what is their name? Is it Half Brick? Or am I thinking of the other
Half-Brick.
one?
That's they did the previous one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did Jetpack
Right.
Joyride.
Oh, Game Loft. That's Game Loft.
Oh, so that's a New Zealand studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gameloft is.
So now you change your tune,
I mean, I
don't
don't
you?
care. Like, Gameloft is half the reason why I played so many shit games on Windows Phone is because they kept putting them out on there.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, this looks cute or whatever. It's coming to Game Pass day one, I think. So great, coming out this year sometime. Stalker 2 is
Who's the
getting.
publisher?
Sorry, what?
Is it who's the publisher?
Oh, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, developed in Blue's hometown by Gameloft Brisbane in close collaboration with Blue's producers Ludo Studios and BBC Studios. The game will launch on PC, consoles, and for real life later in 2026.
Right. So I guess Gameloft have expanded out to Australia as well, which makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. When you said New Zealand, I was like,
Gameloft is a New Zealand studio. Like it's one of the three studios that we have here. It's like them, the Path of Exile guys, and Pickpock.
Yeah.
What?
Thanks, New Zealand.
Dredge. Black Salt Games.
They made one game.
They made one really successful game.
One really successful, okay game. Yeah.
New Zealand has a pretty good game dev scene.
I don't know about that, but maybe for its size. But yeah. Stalker 2 is getting there's like story expansion. I really didn't hear a lot of buzz about Stalker 2 outside of when it first launched. I guess we'll see what people think about this one, but the Stalker 2 sickos can kind of get back to that, I guess.
Yeah. It looks like they had a little bit of a alien kind of teaser thing at the end, like a Greys kind of looking thing right at the very end, like they were expanding into growth kind of organic mutations or something.
I mean, I guess because it's the whole like anomaly zone around Chernobyl, right, and all that sort of stuff. So, I don't know, Cameron. I think you're the only one who really is into the Stalker series, right? You were going to play the trilogy and all those games.
And I left it at launch because it was buggy, and I've never gone back to it.
I mean, now it's off Game Pass too, so it's like, well.
I'm pretty sure I bought it at one point when it was on the sale. But
it was a slog for a completion if you really tried to get into that one. So it turned a few people off. So
it also, like you said, was a buggy mess. Which is almost to be expected, unfortunately. This one came out of nowhere. Musa Dirty Fate. What the fuck is this? Is this Korean history, like... I don't know, like, is it a Souls-like? Is it an action, Onimusha style thing? I don't know what it is, but it looks stylish.
I saw this trailer this morning. I can't even remember. I'm just like, I've watched the entire showcase. I cannot remember this trailer at all.
Really? This was the one where it was like the dead bodies everywhere, and it was like Korean, feudal Korea, and they were all like, hey, Your Majesty, you need to go and save the people because everyone's dying and corpses are piled on top of each other and the living are eating the dead. Like, it was actually like pretty good trailer.
I mean, it's until I actually see like proper gameplay though.
I mean, they showed gameplay in the trailer, to be fair. Like, it was like there's a bunch of combat in there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean,
we'll see. Like, again, like they didn't show, like, it wasn't like a developer running you through it, right? It was very much like a vertical slash shots of like, oh, cool, this fight thing. So we'll see. But never even heard of this. I might actually look into who the studio is because I've never even... This just kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I think.
And what Moose is supposed to mean as well, really, right?
I mean, if it's on Game Pass, I'll check it out. If not, then I'll...
Yeah, which I think it is on Game Pass. So, but I don't know if they gave a date for it yet. I think it's just kind of they're announcing it. Eternal Life of Goldman.
I saw this. I was like, this was amazing.
Yeah, this
is the one that I really gelled with.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck this is, but it looks like...
This is an old man retelling his life and just being blown away.
Yeah, potentially. I don't know what this is. I mean, it looks like, you have an umbrella and you can use it as a pogo stick like it's fucking...
DuckTales?
DuckTales? Woo.
that Cuphead-esque animation.
Yes, definitely has
yeah.
definitely some big Cuphead vibes in terms of like very smooth animation, really like beautiful art style.
Like, coming out this year, demo out today.
Mm.
Like, I'm probably going to check out the demo tonight.
Yeah,
because I want to get the vibe of what this is actually meant to be.
Yeah, look, I wonder if it's going to be a pretty punishing kind of game because it looks like not quite bullet hell levelly, but stuff, but very much like okay, cool. Like you probably don't have a lot of health.
Yeah,
probably the Cuphead learn mechanics. Kind of.
For sure. Yeah, it's like okay, learn when to parry, learn when to jump.
Yeah, Cuphead, Limbo, and Braid basically were the things that were coming to mind as I was kind of watching through the different sections. Right, so yeah,
how Limbo?
Limbo, like the and near the end of the game with the gravitational stuff at the end of the trailer, they had like this warped kind of
with the weird view thing. Yeah, like they did. Like they did a
weird
Braid
upside
still,
down
for sure.
view with and it had like an inverted background foreground thing going on.
Yeah,
my mind was just going with the art and that. And
this could definitely be like a really challenging puzzle platformer as well. Like I definitely want to get a vibe for this because this might be like really interesting, but also too punishing, or it could be that right level of like cool. Really want to jump into this. Yeah. And you can also customize your umbrella to do cool new things. Vaunted, a sci-fi tactical RPG. So this looks like kind of like XCOM style. You play as 3 different characters. You can pick their stories. It looks like they all have like different interpretation. Like it's a kind of Rashomon thing where they all have different interpretations of what's going on, and maybe you pick them. It had some dialogue options in there as well. It was very flashy, but I didn't quite get the idea of like it looks. In terms of like from a tactical point of view, it looks more like Valkyria Chronicles or something where it's like you have a turn and you kind of run around and shoot during your turn or whatever. As opposed to like bricks or a block, going from block to block and like more tactical. But it looks interesting. I didn't like grab me. I was like, I didn't need to play this day one, but I don't know.
It didn't grab me, to be honest, and it is Xbox on PC.
That's true. Yes, actually I did see that as well. I forgot to make a note of that, yeah. So I guess this will be for those PC sickos. What? You fucking age vampire loving motherfucker?
Yeah,
I know what I like.
I
was addicted to history at a young age.
Well, at least those days are behind you. Hades 2 finally. Thank you. That was a fantastic fucking joke for those who didn't understand what I just said. I'll just go back and listen to it again. It definitely deserves to be appreciated. Hades 2 is finally coming to PlayStation and Xbox next month. Coming to Game Pass day one. Oh, I'm gonna have to fucking do this. I'm gonna have to play this straight away.
I love that we've just been playing Sworn and we're just like, yep, the timing.
Yeah, the timing is amazing. Well, to be fair, Hades is single player at least, so I guess I'm just gonna be playing a lot of roguelites, which is weird for me. But yeah, so I guess we'll. I don't think there's much need to be said about Hades 2. It's it was a Game of the Year contender. People fucking love it. I think it would win like Best Action for Game Awards or whatever. Like it's, 10 out of 10 game, must play.
I love, just to continue the history nerd joke and everything. Daughter named after a Greek goddess, obviously tying into Hades.
Mm-hmm.
But Bulbasaur in the chat just went, if you love horrible histories, if you love history, watch Horrible Histories. I can go into Persephone's room at the moment and grab out the 20-box collector set of all the horrible history books.
I read a lot of them.
I love horrible histories.
Yeah, me too.
Great,
that's how I learned so much about the Greek Empire.
Back when they did the weekly magazine subscriptions, I did them first, and then they started doing the novels.
Yeah,
I just always remember about there was a thing where they were talking about how the Greeks like eventually like there's a like written record of Greek and Greek history, and then it stops and then it starts again, and it's like because it was just like a dark age where they just like and it was like they lost the ability to write or they lost the language, and so there was just a picture of a guy just being like, I'm halfway through a letter and I've just realized I've forgotten how to write, And I was like, that's always stuck with me as just like weird surrealist thing of like, how the fuck do you forget how to write something? Anyway, and yes, they did make a TV series as well. Yeah.
I mean, if you go to war for like a decade and then
Yeah.
you just don't need to, then
Ain't no writing, only stabbing. Pen might be mightier than the sword, but one will definitely kill you faster than the other.
that's it.
And then the last game they showed off, which was Artificial Detective, which is from a studio called Vivix. This looks very stylish. Like post-apocalypse robot detective trying to figure out what happened to all the humans while an AI virus thing is like, I don't know. Like, again, we only got like a cinematic trailer and a couple of like game shot things, but it looks.
Just you that description reminds me of that weird game that we played by that was published by Wired.
Yes.
The one where you jump into memories and all
Karma,
that.
yeah.
Karma, that's it.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, although this obviously is like, this is more like literal robots and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and the main character in this is like recent handsome Jack had a baby.
Sure, yeah, he's definitely
from Borderlands, right?
handsome Jack robot, only robot detective left in the world. He's decided to solve this mystery. Because it looks like, the humans are gone, but also the robots seem like they're dead as well. Like the robots have just shut down. But this virus thing seems to be like hunting them. It's like an organic. I don't know. It looks very, very stylish. The gameplay itself looked kind of stiff a bit. I don't know, like a bit like, I don't know. It was like, oh, cool. He's like, he has a gun and he kind of like his animation running was kind of weird. And he points at an enemy and tells the dog to attack it. And I was like, okay, this feels like a bit, I don't know. I mean, it's their first game, so I also don't want to be a dick about it. And maybe it's just like, a thing. But the cinematics looked really, really good. The voice acting was great. Yeah, I think we didn't really see much about it. They just kind of announced that it's a thing, give a bit of a mood piece. But definitely keen to hear more about it for sure.
Yeah, the camera is really, really close to the main character in this.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes.
And that was pretty much it. It was like a pretty good showcase. Like I said, they managed to cram quite a bit in there. And there was most of the stuff in there. I was like, cool, I definitely want to check out more of this. Yeah, any other thoughts?
I don't know. I got like a good 5 or 6 games out of that I actually want to play.
Yeah.
I mean, Dispatch, I probably don't need to play, seeing that I've seen the whole story.
I mean, sure, if you have already. I mean, I'm going to because I've been intentionally avoiding stuff for the most part. Except for apparently the pornography on Twitter, because that just shows up on my timeline now because people are like, hey, check this shit out. And I was like, Jesus Christ, all right.
That radio song though is an absolute banger.
I have no idea what you're talking about, so
yeah. There's just a few. It has a really good soundtrack. That's what I like. Cool.
All right. The other news stories we've got are relatively quick. Apparently, Fox McCloud is going to be appearing in the Super Mario Brothers movie. I don't know why they announced this, because this would have been a really fun thing to like see in the movie. But
just appear, yeah.
So Nikita, ever since the first movie, is just like, we're gonna get Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah, sure. They're definitely like the fucking Nick Fury will show up with the Smash Brothers initiative, and and Sonic will show up obviously, and and Pac-Man and Cloud. Yeah. Solid stuff.
Well, we've got Star Fox, Pikmin. They're also going to be in this.
Are they? Oh, okay.
Yeah, they announced Pikmin. I'm pretty sure one of the posters is them. And there was another character. Where is it? I saw somebody posted this on Reddit, and the top comment was just like, yes, they announced Star Fox. Now all us Captain Falcon lovers are going to be so excited when it finally gets revealed.
Yep.
From a sad and neglected F-Zero GX.
Yeah, I mean, they just pretend F-Zero doesn't exist. So
there was, I'm pretty sure Nick, that we've had on the pod before, brought up, there was a studio that wanted to do an F-Zero game, but in the styling of Forza Horizon, which would have been amazing. But Nintendo wouldn't go for it.
Well, they did that F-Zero 1 out of 100 thing. It was like a competition thing, didn't they? It was like a competitive. you had 100 people playing a match, and you would knocked yourself out. Kind of. It was like they did that Mario one as well.
Yeah, I know they did
Switch.
Tetris 100, like Tetris 100. Or
The Tetris 100 one.
That's the only one I knew
thinking.
about. I think they did a Mario
I think
one
there
as
was
well, right?
there was an F-Zero one of those. I'm pretty sure.
Really? Oh,
And that was, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Jeez, the last F-Zero thing I can think of is like for the GameCube back in the day.
So blink and you'll miss some characters that include alongside Mario Akamic, the previously leaked Rob the Robot, Pinatas from Super Mario Sunshine,
Yeah.
Whistles from
Bulbasaur's
Super
got
Mario Galaxy 2, and Mouse of the Mouse from Super Mario Bros. 2,
F-Zero
as well as Pikmin.
Oh, okay. I mean, cool. I'm glad they're expanding the universe. It makes sense. Fox is such an interesting pull, though, because they haven't had a fucking like a Star Fox game in what, like, I don't know, like 10 years or something. Like it's like the last one was that Wii U one they did, and
Oh, Wii U.
yeah, there was one with the chicken walker.
Yeah,
that no
they
one
did
liked.
the open world one.
Yeah, that was kind of not great. And then they did the one with the
'Cause-
GameCube before that. Like, there's only been like 4 or 5 Star Fox games, so it's a bit of a weird pick. But I guess if they're doing the whole galaxy thing and space and stuff, that I guess it makes sense to have Fox show up. If they're gonna like lean into this, like initiative thing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they brought out Star Fox 2 back in 2017, didn't they?
Yes, although Star Fox 2, I think it's the old game, like the SNES game or whatever that they just.
Yeah, it was the one that they brought to the classic.
Yeah, the unreleased one. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that was the one.
Man, I keep on going back every few years to play Star Fox 64 or Outlaws or whatever you want to call it.
Like that was.
I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
It's probably one of my favorite 64 games.
I never really saw the appeal, to be honest. I mean, like, I think that like space stuff is cool, but I think it might have just been of its time. Like, I never really, I don't know anyone who owned it. I never really played it. So maybe if I went back and played it nowadays, it might be a bit different. But
I think it was just one of those games that you had the choices of like doing certain events and it would affect the story. Like that was
like doing a barrel roll.
You really had to meet certain conditions in that game to get bosses to show up. It was like in it's like in that Pokemon Snap where you had to do like all these different things to get Mew or something at the end of the game. You know, little things like that where the chains, different ways you go, were dependent on the bosses you fought, how fast you finished a mission, all that kind of stuff, your points, all that. Yeah. So it had legs, but it's just like a space Metroidvania kind of like
I don't know if I
nothing
go that
kind
far,
of thing,
but
you know.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like yeah. I mean like yeah.
This is a better description. The game features a branching level system in which the more difficult paths are unlocked by completing certain objectives. Players can also change paths once the current mission is accomplished. All of the game's possible routes start at Cornea, eventually putting the player in contact with the Star Wolf team and end at Venom in a confrontation with Andress.
Yeah.
I haven't probably played it in like 5 years now, but it was a good point in time where I was doing it like yearly. Should pick it up on 64 again.
I mean, if they put out a new one, maybe I'll play it. Who knows? I have a Switch too.
I did not realize how close we were to this movie coming out.
Yeah. They basically that's why it was so weird. They suddenly announced Yoshi being in the movie and then also voiced by Donald Glover. Like,
that's a
like what? All right.
I missed that entirely.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Then they're like, also it's coming out next month. So.
You don't have a wife that goes, Cameron, they got Donald Glover.
I mean, no, I was like, of the two of us, I'm probably the bigger Childish Gambino fan in this household, I think. But
man, we need a Community movie already. 6 seasons
in a movie. Yeah, I know.
Who do you think will voice act Star Fox?
I have no idea. It could be anyone.
I don't know. Well, I mean, if you're taking the Guardians of the Galaxy route, have we got Chris Pratt yet?
Well, he's doing Mario, so yes.
Oh, does he? I can't remember.
Yes,
I don't remember who was doing the
voices
first.
Mario, so yes.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, there you go. I
wanna
forgot
see
that from the
Aaron
first
Paul.
one. Yeah.
I think Aaron Paul
Oh.
would be good.
Aaron Paul would be pretty funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he's great as Powerplex and Invincible,
That's true.
and as Todd.
Yeah.
in Bojack.
I don't know who voices Bluey.
I
Let's just get that guy.
have no idea.
Child actors who are anonymous for good reason.
All right. Well, let's move on. I think we will definitely watch the movie. Probably we'll do a lights, camera, and action on it. Maybe. Who knows?
I assure you, I will be dragged in the next 2 weeks. to
Yeah,
that
I'll
movie.
probably go and see it. I'm interested. I like the first one.
I want to see it. It's just going to a cinema with going to the movies, considering they're an hour and a half away, with fuel the price it is at the
Yeah,
moment.
but that's because that's because you live in Australia and you guys don't have any kind of fuel. You guys decided to stockpile all your fuel in Texas for some reason.
Yep.
So trust me, I've been reading about it because I'm very worried. Anyway.
Yep, I'm very worried as well. Diesel keeps on running out in local areas. Yep.
Square
Yeah.
Enix has partnered with Google to put an AI chatbot in Dragon Quest X. Was it Dragon Quest X? I mean, I guess that's 10, right?
Yeah, it would be.
That's it's their MMO that they do. Apparently they're going to add in a little chatbot called Chatty Slimy, who helps lost players in their MMO quests. New players won't have to feel lonely wondering where to start playing. It will become their own personal companion. When a player talks to Slimy using the chat function, it automatically generates voices and engages in conversation. The AI also analyzes information from the game screen, and Slimy may even initiate conversations when a powerful enemy is defeated or a rare item is obtained. That sounds like hell. I'll be honest. I mean, hopefully you could disable it, but
yeah. Okay. Interesting. There's this really interesting thing that's kind of come into work. It's a new Nintendo toy. Basically, it's a little talking flower. Apparently, it's from Mario Wonder, like one of the more recent
the
games.
Wonder Flower. Yep.
The Wonder Flower, and it talks in this like distinctly like normal voice. It's the voice from the actual flower from the game, but it just randomly speaks in English. You can change it to other languages like Japanese and all that kind of stuff, but it's so off-putting to listen to the voice of that flower. I just imagine that Slimy just coming up with, "It's time to wake up again," or something, just randomly talking to you.
Congrats. Make sure you equip that new helmet that you got and you go, "Fuck you, you fucking AI piece of shit. I'll kill you." And then it responds in kind, because it's like they note this in the article too. It's like Fortnite did the same thing with their like Darth Vader chatbot, and immediately people started getting it to say swear words and racist stuff and just clip farming, just the most horrific shit. I wonder if this AI is going to do the same thing. I don't know. It'd be like, I mean, I think the idea of having like a cute little slime that talks to you as a concept is like funny or whatever for Dragon Quest, but the fact that it's going to just be AI bullshit. And the fact that it's not just, it's an AI thing that you can ask questions and it's like a little like chat bot you can ask questions and get like help on. Sometimes it'll just pop up like fucking Clippy, just being like, I see you trying to fight an enemy here. You need some help? And you go, fuck you. I don't know. It's an MMO. It's a Japan only thing. So I think, again, small impact. But Gemini is like also one of the worst of these AIs. Like I don't know if you use like the Google's AI stuff whenever you search for anything, half that shit is wrong all of the time. Yeah. Like it's crazy how bad it is.
That's because Gemini's trained off YouTube and YouTubers are wrong.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, us included. So, they're using us in their training data and we just spout bullshit on a weekly basis. So it's no fucking wonder the AI has no idea what's going on.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't want to say that. I was like, how controversial do I want to be?
Yeah, let's maybe rein it in just a little bit.
Yeah, well, you say that, whatever it is, and then I will look next week when the podcast releases and see if Gemini can pull the reference.
My favorite character from Dragon Quest is Drop Table. Drop Table. Other news stories we got here. Minecraft Dungeons is apparently getting a sequel. It's coming to PS5 and Switch 2 as well. They showed it off at Minecraft Live. I think a lot of people got burnt with Minecraft Dungeons 1 with all the DLC and the bullshit, and it kind of just not being like a super amazing game and kind of being like a super, super basic baby's first Diablo clone. Maybe not.
I did play it for a very long time.
What are you like? Are you excited for a Dungeons 2? Like you want to jump straight into another one?
I actually think Minecraft Dungeons was fantastic.
All right.
I thought it was really good. And I mean, like at the end when they started adding tower bullshit and all that kind of stuff, that it changed weekly was really good. But when you were playing it with other people, it was super good. I mean, the gear loot system was the typical like get the blue, get the green, get the gold.
Yeah.
And you had to really work to get some of those pieces and stuff like that sometimes, but it was really satisfying in the end. So when you had the gear, but you know, you get to the end game eventually, and when you're done, you're done.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, there were definitely reasons to come back, but I didn't want to do the DLC. So
yeah, are you gonna jump into the second one? I mean, I'm sure it'll come to Game Pass day one because it's obviously owned by Microsoft. So.
Yeah. If I get one person going, hey, you want to play Minecraft Dungeons 2 with me, I'll play it.
Yeah, fair
I
enough.
won't download and play it most likely by myself. So, but yeah.
What about you, Cameron? You keen?
Maybe. I know. I liked it, but at the same time, I feel like I've just got to be in the right group for it.
Sure. I mean, to be fair, co-op is almost cheating, right? Because co-op makes most games better. You definitely have a better time playing with other people for the most part.
It is definitely one of those kind of games.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Minecraft. Speaking of Minecraft as well, they're officially getting a UK theme park called Minecraft World. Apparently, it's going to cost them like £50 million to make. Okay, I guess. I don't know. I mean, what do you even do in a theme park? I guess like I don't know.
You dig down to the lava. That's what you do.
Sure. It looks like they've kind of the concept in here. They've got like a cart, like a mine cart that goes through the nether and stuff. Yeah, we're absolutely thrilled to be bringing Minecraft's creativity, bold adventures, and ridiculous fun to life at the theme park for the first time at Chessington's World of Adventures, said Merlin's CVP of Global Brand, Angela Jobson. I mean, I don't know. Like, I was never a big theme park person, but...
Sorry. I was going to say, it is one of the biggest brands in the world.
Yeah, like, I think this does make perfect sense from a, like, brand synergy point of view. Like, if you were like, okay, cool, what's the next thing we do for Minecraft? It's like, well, we're clearly... Nintendo has... Now, Universal has a Nintendo world. We need to do a Minecraft world. Like, kids love it. Kids love theme parks. We can sell them overpriced shit. We already have all the merch for Minecraft that we can just put in the gift stores and mark up by another 20%.
I mean, I'm going to Nintendo as part of Universal in Japan in September.
Oh, I definitely want to hear about that because I'm also
making sure I get an express pass because I do not want to be waiting in line for hours.
Yes, I mean that is the Universal experience, ironically.
Yeah, I can never get over the fact that no matter what, the civilians in Minecraft just look like they have a giant penis on their face.
Oh my God.
Villagers,
yeah. Civilians.
The villagers.
And they all have emeralds.
Yeah.
And it's
yeah.
See, it's okay. I didn't even have to say anything controversial. Kyo did it for me.
You know I'm here for that.
Now we can start talking about all the YouTube essays about how they're allegory for Jews as well. We'll just throw that in there. Because they reward you with gemstones and they speak a weird language and it's Notch, that Notch guy,
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. But I don't know.
I mean, if we were talking about controversial, Notch has got it covered.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, like I don't know. Like I'm not a huge Minecraft fan, so I'm probably the wrong person to ask. But like, I'd be curious to see like what is actually within the theme park. Like sometimes you go to a theme park because you want to see the theme, like you're interested in like the property, and sometimes you're like I want to see the rides and like the roller coasters and all the cool shit. Like when I went to Galaxy's Edge in Disney. Like, obviously, I'm a huge Star Wars fan, so that was fucking incredible from, like, just walking in there and just seeing all the stuff there and all the references. And, you know, I still didn't go and build a $500 lightsaber or droid or whatever the fuck, but still, like, I went on all the rides and, yeah, it was super fucking cool. But, yeah, Minecraft is just kind of like, okay, I guess I don't know. I was going to say theme parks are for kids, to be fair. So I guess I'm like, you know, and kids obviously a lot, like Minecraft has been hugely influential.
I mean,
Minecraft is fine.
The thing I'm not the biggest person. Like, I'm not that big into theme parks, right?
Sure.
I thought with us going to Japan and all that, we should go to something for a day and do a whole variety of stuff. And Nikita loves it. Harry Potter is part of that. And that's a franchise that we grew up with. As much as I hate J.K. Rowling and all that, I can separate.
Sure, the art from the artist. Yep.
I mean, it's probably going to be the same with my kid in like 20 years.
Yeah, there is that too, right?
Grow up with like Nintendo and that I'm massively excited for.
That's true. Yeah.
I can understand if Minecraft is going to be the exact same thing for kids these days. I'm just wondering when we see Fortnite and bloody every other.
Well, considering Epic laid off 1,000 people, I didn't put it in the news, but they'd laid off 1,000 people and basically said that Fortnite is apparently not doing as well as they want it to. Like, Fortnite might be gone before that.
More concerts.
Well, that Save the World went free recently too. So...
It did, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Did not hear of it.
Yeah. Like a week, 2 weeks after I bought it.
Yeah, of course.
Actually.
It was. Someone always has to be the one who makes the sacrifice, right? It's always someone.
Yes.
Can't wait for the world to bring out Diablo World.
Diablo, mate, we live in Diablo World. I don't need to go on the rides. That's just me getting in my car. All right. We've also got the Game Pass stuff, which I realize I haven't populated, but it's pretty. I'll just pull them up.
Yeah, there was a game that got added today that I was like,
yeah, there was a bit of a surprise announcement. They showed
and stuff cycling back in too.
Yeah, second wave of stuff. So this week we had Infinite Wealth. So Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth joined on the 24th. Absalom joined on the 25th. That looks really good. I definitely want to jump on that. Nova Roma joined today or yesterday. And then we've got The Long Dark on the 30th. Resident Evil 7 coming back on the 31st. Barbie Horse Trails on the 2nd. Got to look forward to that. And then Clear Obscures coming to Premium. And then Final Fantasy 4 is coming on April 7th.
Yep, and then we got replaced on April 14th.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, I don't believe it either. I'm so keen for it, but I'm just like, I've been let down 3 times now.
Yeah. So I guess we'll see. Yeah, was there any? There was something that they got announced here last minute. I'm trying to find where it was.
There was like a car thing, wasn't it? Yeah. I'm not sure if you already mentioned it.
No, I don't think I did actually.
March 2026.
Yeah, it would have been this week.
Wait, like the Easy Delivery Company? Have you mentioned
that's
that?
Easy Delivery. That's the one. Yes, Easy Delivery.
Okay. Yeah,
that one came out as well. That was a day one surprise. And then stuff leaving. We only had 2: Mad Streets and Peppa Pig World Adventure. And like I said last week, Peppa Pig is actually the better of those 2 games. So get on that. Patreon.com/HallOfGamers if you want to help support the show. I know everyone skips this part, so I'll be quick. Old Mate Clown, Cavaliero 7, Hack and Pone, Kung Fu Skills, Happy Moogles, Admiral Awesome, Natolinator, Lee Howard, Left for Legacy, and VMZU. We literally couldn't afford to do the show without you guys. So thank you all so much for your support. If you want to jump onto Patreon, you get access to a bunch of extra episodes, behind the scenes stuff, as well as Lights, Camera, and Action, our video game, movie, and TV series review show where we kind of go through. We've been going through Fallout Season 2. We've got to record that last episode. That'll be out probably next week or so. We'll see. And you get access to all of that at any tier, whether you're giving $2 or $10 or $5 or whatever it is per month. You get access to all of that. And if you join as a free member, you also get access to a bunch of our backlog of old episodes that I've moved over to the free tier, so you can get an idea of what you're paying for. But yeah, thank you again. And that was patreon.com/HallOfGamers.
Yeah.
We also have the monthly theme, Kia.
Yeah. So it's the March and April. We're doing Everybody Was Kung Fu Fighting. So basically playing games where you engage in unarmed combat. It's, as always, throw your questionable suggestions out there. But if you play games that aren't unarmed combat and you put it in that chat, then it's on you for not meeting the requirements.
Yeah, we will let you know that you fucked up.
Yes.
Vampire.
What? No, Age of Empires does not count. It does not count at all.
If I use the right units.
No, it doesn't. None of those units.
Jump Force.
Nope.
What? Jump Force.
No, Jump Force definitely counts. Jump Force definitely counts.
Jump Force counts.
Basically, every anime game just about counts because they're always punching and kicking and doing fucking super moves.
Bluey counts?
Hmm?
Bluey counts?
No, Bluey doesn't engage in combat. Does Bluey count? What fucking bullshit is this?
I don't know. Does the father beat the child?
You also don't count, Cameron, because you're being a total fucking weapon. All right, this is unbelievable. I don't know. What are you talking about?
I don't know.
All right. Well, let's get into what we've been playing. Cameron, you can start.
I'll go first. I've been playing Jump Force, and pretty much that's all I've been playing. I have no idea what the story. I gave up almost immediately. The animation of the characters is very strange to me, but this is a really good fighting game where you just dash across the map to each other. You do a few kamehamehas, do some spirit bombs and all that, and then you just beat your opposition to the ground.
All right.
How much? Probably put like 15, 20 hours in it. I've got like 20 out of 50 achievements. I'm around level 40 where you have to get, I think, 10 characters up to level 70.
Right. Okay.
But as you'll pick your character, which you can make a custom character, and then have 2 slotted in with you. And then as you do the match, you will get XP.
Oh, okay. So you can kind of bring them up with you.
You don't have to use every single character every time. But you can customize your character. It's just, the story is like very strange, so I just gave up on it immediately. You get upgrades, which you can put coins into your upgrades, but then you also need like 8 red skills in that, but they don't unlock to like a very high level. Like I've only got 6, and I haven't got one single upgrade point yet. So I think that's more endgame stuff. But I'm like level 45, and it's only starting to just get like at a medium difficulty.
Right.
I wouldn't say it's hard.
Yeah, I'm curious to see like how it goes, because this is like a 80-hour game, right? Like this is pretty big investment.
But it's all just grinding.
Yeah. Okay.
Like at the end of the game. Yeah, it's very. It's style over substance.
Oh, this is Spike Chunsoft. So these are the guys who did the Naruto games and all that kind of stuff. So this, okay. So yeah, now I know exactly what kind of game this is. Yeah, 3D fighter. Yeah.
But the abilities and all that I've used so far, they're cool to experiment with. That's pretty much the extension of it, though.
Sure.
Like outside of a two fighting game. Some of the enemies, though, depending on who you're fighting, can just do the most bullshit of, I'm just going to teleport out of you. Like Freezer. Whenever I say Freezer, it's just like inches away from death, and then he just does that finger.
Yeah.
Like that pinpoint kind of move.
Yeah.
And then nearly takes half my health. Bullshit. Other than that, I've been playing Killer Instinct, which is also a fighting game.
Yep, that counts.
And also bullshit. Yeah.
Me and Moonzom try to match up to get some of the rank done, which descended into me finding him once over, I think, the span of 2 hours.
Jesus. Okay, so is it regional matchmaking, or is it just because you have strict nat, or?
No, I think it's just it's still anybody, but it's still a very active player base.
Yeah, of course. Right.
I got matched up with quite a few killer players, which one of the achievements is to beat 10 players with killer status to get an achievement. And I proceeded to then message each one of them as I landed the match, saying, "Hey, can you please like throw this for me? I just need it for an achievement." Out of the 10 people I messaged, one of them did it for me.
Well, that's progress, right?
Progress. So,
Oh, big yikes.
and then I proceeded to do the plugging the Ethernet cable in and disconnected it out to get the ranked.
Wow. Wow. Unbelievable.
This is a strategy that is on TA.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. All right.
I could play legit. I could learn how to learn these characters and all that, but I'm not going to. That is a time commitment that I do not have. I'm a time poor individual.
Yes. Yeah, that's fair.
And yeah, I've just been kung fu fighting, and that's games that I've been playing for the week.
Kia, what about you?
Well, speaking of strict nut, Zach the other day messaged me and said, "Hey, I've started Scott Pilgrim, by the way." So this is the Saves the World one, so not
The new one or the old
but,
one?
not the old one, the old one.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so because when Cameron and I tried to play it originally, we had trouble matching, and we had the strict nut issue and couldn't connect and all that kind of stuff. Recently, my Xbox has started saying strict nut again, and I don't know why. But I managed to fool around with that and get it connected, the gateway set up properly with my router to the network, and then was actually finally have opened that on the system again. So I was able to create matches and play with Zach perfectly fine. So Cameron, we can try getting you your matches done if I can sort that out again now too. That would be really good to have those multiplayer achievements out of the way between Zach and you and whatever. But yeah, we just did a couple of levels just to do like the revives and all that kind of stuff, and yeah, so a couple of rounds. Other than that, I've been looking for games to kind of play my arcade stick on my console, so I went and finished Marine Survivors, which is basically it's the one I was talking about that had like bad spelling, and it was basically copy paste like
right,
Vampire
yeah.
Survivors kind of thing. Yeah, so the one of the DLC achievements in this kind of game, you imagine that you defeat hundreds of enemies per 20 minutes, right? Rounds. The achievements for the DLC was defeat like 100 enemies, defeat 150 enemies, defeat 200, and it was a whole 1,000 gamer score for the DLC. It's a 3,000 gamer score game with 20 achievements, and that was one of the DLC packs. So yeah, and then I just had to defeat like the anglerfish or something and unlock a couple of moves, which was easy. So that was just like a morning before work. So that's good. And yeah, so I'm gonna start using my arcade stick a lot more for these games, where I can. And yeah, I'm also doing Monster Hunter World still, and I'm nearly at the end of that too. Finally got all of the giant crowns. That happened last night. I'm down to 2 monsters left, and they're both small crowns. And one's the scarred young Garuga, which is basically a bird with a like a bulldozer looking jaw, and gobbles like a turkey. So
all right,
you know, so and he's really really fast too, and he just jumps in the air and barrels you into the ground and takes you out and stuff, all your health in one hit. So I've got that one to do, and then a really easy base game one to do. And then I'll be done with that too. So hopefully over the next couple of days, I can get good RNG, because some of those things took a week, right?
Yeah.
A week playing every day, 2-3 hours at a time to get 1 crown. So, and then I happened to get 2 crowns for one in one day, soon in the same day within a couple of hours. So it's just weird RNG like that, where you got to get everything lining up correctly. So, But yeah, that was me. That's everything.
Yeah, nice. All right. So one thing we've been playing together has been Sworn.
Mhm.
Again, we haven't played too much of it yet, but we've done a couple of runs of it. If you aren't aware, this is a Hades style. Again, like it is basically a Hades like. So like almost to the T. You get boons from gods or famous folklore creatures. It's all based around Arthurian myth and Merlin trying to take down Arthur, who's become too powerful or too corrupt or whatever. I'm having a good time with it. It's got 4-player co-op. I think it maybe is probably a little bit too challenging. I think it's like the balancing might be a little bit off because we are playing on the first difficulty, and we've beaten the first boss a couple of times, but that's about it. We haven't even hit the second boss yet. So obviously it's a roguelite, so you'll get more upgrades and more powers as you go along. But I definitely feel like it's a pretty tough one. I'm hoping we'll get some good
we're
builds.
really scratching the surface, and like when we get to the point where reviving people and it's only 10%.
Yeah, hopefully yes. Yeah, hopefully some of the upgrades help a lot with that.
Yeah. Which is why one of the reasons why I want to get all the characters unlocked, right? So I can see what style or gameplay that I want, and then
yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely.
We're gonna have to do all of them anyway.
Yes,
so.
yeah. There's
exactly.
for doing each weapon and each character. So.
Yeah.
It's fun though. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah. I'm having a good time with it. Actually, it definitely has that. It definitely captures that Hades feel of like one more run kind of thing of like, okay, I want to do a bit more. I want to try this thing. I want to try this build. I want to try this combination. Also, been playing through more Final Fantasies as I've been talking about recently. So I've talked through 1 through 4. I talked a little bit about 5 last week with Char and Jake. And now, I finished 5 and I'm about halfway through 6 at this point. And I'm really, really enjoying these games. I'm getting a little burnt out on it a little bit because I'm just like, okay, the games don't change that much between them. But I do enjoy the stories. They are like a part of history, and it's been great to have this way of it's great to have this way of like going and experiencing these games in a way that I never really had the chance to when I was a kid. 6 in particular is really, really good. I literally have just hit the halfway point, which if you know the story, like there's obviously a big thing that happens halfway through that game. So now it's kind of like, okay, cool. What happens next? My memory of the story of this one is a bit more vague. The other ones, like I didn't really know much about them, but this one I kind of, again, like just via osmosis, because everyone talks about 6 and there's always been rumors about them doing a 3D remake of it, which I think would be really interesting. But yeah, I'm having a really, really good time with it. I'm thinking that I might try and actually make the Final Fantasy completions as much as I can do them a goal for this year. I've been working pretty quickly through my unstarted backlog. At the rate that I'm going, I might even be done before the end of the year. So we'll see. But looking at the Final Fantasy games I need to do, so once I finish 6, it's Stranger of Paradise, which I've started.
Which is co-op, by the way. I
Yes.
keep reminding you.
Okay, yes, I had forgotten about that. Yeah, I literally have done like the tutorial and that's it. Unlocked the first achievement. So yes, we should definitely play some of that. World of Final Fantasy, which I know is their kind of like Pokemon style dungeon crawly one. So I've got that installed. And that's pretty much it until Rebirth comes out. I've played all the other ones. I finished almost all of them. The only one I haven't gone back to is Final Fantasy 15. With its like the DLC, which is all very, very difficult.
Did you do Tactics?
Oh, and Tactics, yes, thank you. So I forgot about Tactics.
Okay.
That just came out recently.
I don't think anyone's even grabbed that yet.
Yeah, no, not yet. So I've got that. I'm keeping an eye on it for when it goes on sale, and I probably will pick that up at some stage. Tactics is a great shout. And obviously, I can't play 11, and I'm not really. I don't think I'm going to do 14. And there are a few of like the old Windows Phone ones that I obviously can't do anymore. So it'll never be a true completion, but I'm going to try and at least do as many of the ones as I can because I do really, really enjoy the series, and I'm much closer than I was, a month ago. So, and then there is my milestone. So I hit 2.7 million last night. And I decided the game that I was going to do it with was Skull Island Rise of Kong, which is infamously, one of the worst games ever made. And going into it, I was like, okay, it can't be that bad, right? Like, I know it was going to be, like, unpolished, and I knew the story was going to be trash and the, stuff. There is nothing...
You're getting a few JPEGs.
Yeah, exactly right. There is nothing redeeming about this game whatsoever. It is unbelievably bad.
Jeez.
So the way it works is you play through a tutorial where you get to a boss fight that you're supposed to lose, but even if you do win it, you lose it, so that doesn't matter. The combat is you have a 3x combo, like a 3 light attacks, and then you have a heavy attack, and then you unlock some special abilities where like you can pound the ground, or you can stun enemies, or you can throw a rock at them. None of those matter. None of them are useful. You basically just spend the entire time using a dash ability to get around the enemies and just try and beat them up before they kill you. And that's pretty much it. The enemies, sometimes they stun, sometimes they don't. There's a crab enemy towards the beginning of the game, a crab type enemy that like basically just will wreck you and take your health to 0 if you try and go toe to toe with it. Every other enemy is fine. It's just this one right at the beginning of the game. It has a skill tree for some reason. It makes no sense. It doesn't need one. The skill abilities are really unclear. Nothing, very, very little is explained. Sometimes when the soundtrack tries to kick in, it will play 2 seconds of the soundtrack, of like the track they're trying to play, and then stop, and then restart it, and then restart it, stop, and restart. Like it can't, like it's an engine trying to turn over. It's just, it can't play its own fucking music. Sometimes the sound effects just drop off. You have like, whenever you weaken an enemy, a larger enemy, you can press right trigger to do like a execution on them. Almost every single time I did an execution, you clip through the map because they didn't put geometry on any of that. So you'll throw an enemy through like the ground and then you'll jump on them and you'll just lose track of your character. There's a lock-on system that works really, really badly that fucks up your controls. Most of the boss fights, there's a boss fight that can be cheesed by moving slightly to the left and it keeps throwing rocks at you, but because it only throws rocks from one side, it just keeps hitting a wall that you can stand behind and you can throw rocks around the wall, but it can't because you're both using your right arm. I had a glitch where one of my collectibles didn't register when I saved it, so I had to go back to the beginning of the game. Thankfully, I found the advice was, okay, restart the game and just do it again, which I was going to. I wandered around one of the levels and found a secret entrance back to one of the previous levels. Not marked on the map, not explained. I mean, I'm glad I found it because it saved me a shitload of time. How the fuck did this game get made? I don't understand. Like, it's trash all the way through. It's buggy. The jumping mechanics don't work. The platforming is absolutely awful. It's like confusing the level. There's only 5 levels and they feel like they go on forever. They just drag on and on and on. You can run past most of the enemies because it's not like you get experience. You only get experience if you fight them in certain arenas. So you might as well just run past all the enemies, get to the arena, fight the enemies, and move on to the next one. Like, it's crazy how poorly conceived and thought out this game was. And the fact that it still works. Like, this is the kind of thing you expect to see in a game jam that falls over immediately. Like, the fact that this was and this is on sale at the moment, and it's still, even 90% off is too much money for this game. Like, this is, like, I literally gave this a 0.5 star on TA. Like, I never do that. And, like, and obviously I try and pick terrible games to go through and do this for my milestones, right? Like, if you look at my trophy case, it'll be filled with, actually, let's have a look at it. I'll give you some examples. I usually try and pick bad. Sorry, what?
Have you done Golem?
No, thankfully. That's on sale this week. I was thinking about it, but it's got like a 5.0 ratio. Like, it's crazy.
But I think that's just because of how buggy it is.
Yeah, there is that too. So I wouldn't rely on it actually working. But yeah, you have things like, I played the Hannah Montana game. I did the Leisure Suit Larry game. I did a Zoids game. I did Reagan and Gorbachev. I did Winx Club. I did... all
I'm hearing is bangers.
Yeah, Strike Force 2 Terrorist Hunt or whatever, where it has a stealth kayak on the thing, but you don't actually end up in a kayak for the whole game. Driving Essentials, The Unicorn Princess.
Driving Essentials is a great game.
No,
I will not take that.
JoJo Siwa, one of the Bratz games. You know, obviously I picked some real trash. Barbie Project Friendship, but this is definitely the crowning achievement of terrible games that I played of that collection for sure. Yes.
Is Free Mill going to be Mind's Eye or Golem?
Mind's Eye probably would be a good one to do, wouldn't it?
For 3 mil, yeah.
Yeah, for 3 mil, that would be a pretty good one. Because my 1 mil
Has Shane
was...
done Mind's Eye? Has he done that?
I don't think anyone's done Mind's Eye.
Oh, really?
Let me have a look.
So he was playing terrible games from last year, wasn't he?
He was, yeah.
So-
Wasn't he doing terrible games last year?
That was last year. It was 2024 games in 2025.
Ah, damn. Okay. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I don't see anyone on our list who's completed it or even played it. So I'll put it on my wish list, though, because obviously I need to pick that up. Assuming he doesn't get delisted because, of all those hackers who brought down the Metacritic score. But yes, that's been me. I have not played as much as I would like, and I'm trying to think of what my next big thing is going to be. The Back to Your Backlog challenge. I mean, again, the Skull Island one, that was actually a backlog game that I had, so that's also crossing that off the list.
Games of Dane has completed it.
Oh, okay, all right.
And I mean, it's at just under a 3.0.
Yeah, okay, so that actually could be all right.
Yeah.
But yeah,
sorry, that rating that is.
Yeah,
2.97. Average game.
But yeah, that's me. So yeah, I'm hoping to play maybe a little bit more variety. I haven't found my next super cool game that I really want to spend a bunch of time on. Final Fantasy's been kind of like a middling game. I mean, not middling because obviously, but it's an established game. I want to play something a bit new and interesting. So maybe that'll be Stranger in Paradise or something else. But keeping an open mind. All right, and now we have the word challenge. Everyone's least favorite, most confusing, very, very annoying challenge where Kirby comes up with the worst clues you've ever fucking heard of, and you try and guess what the game is on our Discord channel. We've got the fifth and at this point final clue coming out now. The first clue was this game. The first clue was B movie. Second clue was Kirby less than 1. Third clue was the big bad turtle. Clue 4 was Gotta Go Fast. And clue 5 is Lawbreakers. Now, if you know anything about video game history, you should probably get this one pretty quickly. So best of luck to you. You go on our Discord, go on our Word Challenge channel. You get 1 guess per hour. Go in there and try and figure out what game Kirby has set up the bot for. And if the GIF will work, who knows?
Stu's typing.
Yeah.
Immediately on it. Oh, okay. No, he's just letting us know something.
All right.
I thought it was a clue.
Yeah, imagine if he got it right away. I'd be so annoyed. All right, leaderboards. Cameron, do you want to do that?
Yep. So we have Mephisto for the win with 17,490 in third place. A Grey Shark in second place with 20,675. And then just close and over, Thrash Forever with 20,950.
Jesus, 20,000. Well done. Yeah, good work, everyone. I mean, they just, I just...
Getting close to 5.5.
Yeah, that's great. That's insane.
Yeah.
It's just, those weeks have been racking up. All right, and then completions. Kiyo, do you want to read through those?
Yes, so Vex173 got Red Dead Redemption done. The Moonzom got Middle Earth Shadow of War, so you must have been a bit of an influence for that one, I think. Final Fantasy 3 also. And Bulbasaur got Coffee Talk done. And Rapture got Mad Streets and Aerial Knight's Drop Shot.
Yeah, nice work, everyone.
Good work, guys.
And I think that's pretty much going to wrap up the show. As always, you can find us on Twitch. Xbox Hall of Games is the place to find us. So come say hi, hang out, usual business. You know how it works. Obviously, I upload these episodes to YouTube and your audio platform of choice, so you can listen and watch wherever you like. Char does a wonderful thumbnail, so go and check that out. We always, like seeing our beautiful faces, obviously, and we could honestly use a few more views on that. So go and do that. I am still working on some new music and a few other bits and pieces for the show. So stay tuned for that. But it is taking a little bit longer than I'd like. But hoping to have that in the next few weeks. Anything you guys want to shill before we head off?
I'm good.
I'm too busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair. All right, well, I'm Neomaster, everything True Achievements, Xbox, and Discord. That's been episode 206. We will catch you guys next week. See you later.
Peace.
Peace out, everyone.